Hey everyone, welcome to another week of our Walk with God series, Springtime Edition. As you can see, there's a different background behind me today. That is because I am coming to you from my parents' house out in California. So I am sending you all warm, sunny vibes from the other coast. Now this week, we are going to be talking about this tree. Do you know what it is? I would be very impressed if you did. Sometimes it's hard for me to recognize it because there are so many varieties of this type of tree. We see it out in Central Park. You can see it up the Hudson. Frankly, this tree shows up in a lot of places all over the world. And it also existed in the ancient Near East. That's why you see it pop up in scripture. We see it in a couple of beautiful Hebrew texts that we're going to talk about later on. But it's a fun thing to see this tree and think, wow, this was a tree that existed back during Jesus's time. And it's been in the background of our faith for so many years. So take your guesses. We're going to sing a song together. And it's a song that you know if you joined us up on the 5th floor during worship service before COVID when we were gathering together. So I hope that you have fond memories, that you enjoy singing it. And I'll see you on the other side. Were you able to take a stab and guess what type of tree it is? It's a cedar tree. Now, like I said, I'd be very impressed if you knew what type of tree this was. But nevertheless, it's one that is really all around us. It's in Central Park and it's all over the US and all over the world. It's a family of trees. It has many different varieties. But it's always a big, strong, beautiful tree. And the wood smells really good. And like I mentioned earlier, we see the cedar tree referenced in our scripture. So I want to read a section of scripture for us, and it comes from Ezekiel chapter 17, and it's verse 23. On the mountain heights of Israel, I will plant it, the tree. It will produce branches and bear fruit and become a splendid cedar. Birds of every kind will nest in it. They will find shelter in the shade of its branches. So in this particular section of Ezekiel, they're really trying to get at the power of God and God's might over everything and creation. But what I really like about this section of Scripture is that it reminds us that nature is not only something that's fun, and can be fun and pretty to look at, and we can go for hikes and string up hammocks, but it's also something that takes care of us and continues to take care of other parts of creation. We see in the Scripture that the birds are going to build their nests in this tree, and it's this relationship with nature that I see in this text. And the cedar tree is this strong, beautiful tree that stands for so long, and it shelters these animals, and it instills a sense of awe and wonder in us when we go, oh my gosh, this tree is so big and beautiful, and it's been here for so long. It's a beautiful piece of nature that we get to look at that reminds us not only of the power of God, but of the beauty and of the nurturing of God, the part of God that loves to take care of us, right? Trees give us shade. They give us something to lean up against, and kind of, maybe you've had a picnic when it's on a hot day and you want to be in the shade. Sometimes, like we saw with the dogwood tree, they give us blossoms. They're a beautiful thing to take some time to notice and appreciate. So I hope this week that you take some time to go outside, and maybe it's not a cedar tree, but go and look at the trees and take a moment to think, how long has this tree been here? What has this tree seen? And maybe this type of tree was around during the time of Jesus. Take some time to appreciate how long nature has been around, much longer than we have, and it will be around much longer than us. So I hope you are well. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time.